Oreni kaipara.
Tēnā koe, Te Pika. My question is directed
Quiet
to
during
the...
questions, please. Would the member please like to start the question again?
Tēnā koe, Madam Speaker. My question is directed to the Minister for Conservation. Does he stand by his statement that there's no way we're going to sell off large swathes or large parcels of land in the conservation estate? We're not going to do that. And if so, why is he proposing a bill that could make up to 60% of the conservation estate eligible for disposal, exchange or development?
Madam Speaker.
Honourable Chris Pink.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. On behalf of the Minister, yes, I'm happy to provide the assurance that I, the Minister, and others on his behalf have provided recently in relation to this matter, particularly referring to statutory tests that were to be established in the event of the infrequent possibility of relatively small parcels of land being disposed of or exchanged. I'm also happy to give an update on behalf of the Minister, Madam Speaker, namely that, consistent with his assurances that he would continue to engage in good faith in the matter, that he has advised stakeholders recently that he will consider, or rather that he will recommend to fellow ministers the removal of the particular clauses in relation to the disposal or exchange of conservation land within the bill.
Tēnā koe. Madam Speaker, supplementary. So for clarity, and especially for those at home and Māori right across Aotearoa, for clarity, can the Minister...
Map's upside down.
Well, I'll clarify, te ika Māori. Kia ora. In the Māori context, it's not upside down, but for the satisfaction of the House, here we go. Here we go, for clarity.
We've got a question here.
Yeah. This way, Māori recognises Aotearoa. This way is how New Zealand recognises it, Madam Speaker. So we'll go with this way. Can the Minister clarify for Māori right across Aotearoa? Can he assure the people of Aotearoa that this bill will not make the areas which are highlighted in orange and red, these areas displayed on this map, will not be eligible for disposal, exchange or development?
Madam Speaker. On behalf of the Minister, I'm happy to confirm that it was never the case that there was a realistic prospect that the areas indicated on the map, whichever way held up, would have been eligible for disposal or sale or exchange. And the reason is that there were strict statutory tests that were in the bill, when one would have to willfully disregard those in order to hold that position as alleged by the member. For example, the land would need to be considered not to be important for threatened species or ecosystems, the habitat not to be one of the best examples of its type, cultural factors, historic factors would have needed to be considered and so on. But as I say, the update that I've provided is such that we're going to remove the possibility of any confusion in good faith or bad wherever it has emanated in relation to that matter.
Could I just ask the Minister, in answering further questions, that could just put the microphone a little bit closer? I can hear you, but it's quite quiet.
Thank you for picking that up, Madam Speaker. Supplementary, how does the Minister reconcile proposals to expand commercial activities across the conservation estate with te tiriti obligations, and will he guarantee that no conservation land, most of it of which is whenua raupatu, once was owned by Māori outright, that they will not be sold, privatised or permanently alienated under his watch?
Madam Speaker, on behalf of the Minister, I confirm that the Government will uphold its Treaty of Waitangi obligations, not only in terms of concluded treaty settlements, whereby rights of first refusal would continue, of course, to be available, to be exercised, but also that it would be a relevant factor to consider were there to be a disposal or exchange regime, that a parcel of land might be considered for a future treaty settlement agreement not yet entered into.